Good morning everyone and welcome to another video on Mr. Ong Maths Lesson. Today we are going to look at the Year 9 and Year 10 probability exam, and hopefully you are able to do all the questions and be able to get at least 15 marks in this paper. So let's go. So the first question is, in a game of Lotto, 40 balls were numbered from 1 to 40 and were mixed thoroughly, okay? And then it was released one by one from the container. Work out this probability for the first ball release. Okay, so the probability, they're asking you what is the probability that the number of the first ball is an odd number. So if you know, half of it is going to be odd. So 135 to 39 is going to be 20. And 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 is going to be another 20. So the probability for the first question is 20 over 40, or it's going to be half for simplicity's sake. Okay, so second question. What is the probability that the first ball is at least 35? So there are 40 balls. So 35, at least 35 means 35 is included. So it's going to be 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So the answer is going to be 6 over 40. And that will do. You don't have to simplify in a probability question. And the last question, the probability that the first ball is a multiple of 8. So it could be 8, 16, 24, 32, and 40. There are 5 numbers. So the answer is going to be 5 over 40. And you will get 3 marks if you get all the 3 answers right. Simple, isn't it? Great. Now we look at the second question. Second question is the probability from tables. And they, in probability, 2 main items that will always appear in the probability question, either probability from tables as well as probability in from probability trees, and they will go all the way from level 1, level 2, and level 3. If you understand this, that's fine. Okay, so the first thing you need to know, when you have a table, you always need to add the row total as well as the column total. Either the row or the column total will add up to the total of the number of people in the study. Okay, so now once you have this table, okay, this shows the type of sports that year 9, 10, 11 in Highland Boys High School indicated they enjoy playing the most in winter 2011. Okay, so the question is very simple. What is the probability that the randomly chosen student is a year 11? So year 11, the total is 330. So the probability is going to be 330 out of the total 1125. That will give you a 1 mark. Second question. What is the probability that the randomly chosen boy enjoy playing hockey the most in winter? So hockey, you look at hockey is 240. So it's going to be 240. Our total is 1125. That will give you another mark. Simple? Okay, the next question is a merit question in level 1. So it's going to be worth 2 marks in the year 9 and year 10. So what is the probability that the randomly chosen year 9 boys, so we are only looking at the year 9 boys, so there are 450 of them, indicate they enjoy playing basketball the most in winter of 2011. So we are only looking at year 9, so basketball there are 40, so the answer is going to be 40 out of 415, because this is the conditional probability. The condition, it must be a year 9, so it's going to be 40 out of 415. That will give you 2 marks in the exam. And the last question, what is the probability that a randomly chosen boy who enjoy playing soccer, we are only looking at the soccer boys, so there are 370 of them, is a year 11 boy. So soccer boys, there are 370, year 11 is 100, so the answer is going to be 100 out of 370, and that will give you another simple 2 marks, so a total of 6 marks in this paper. Not too bad, right? Great. Now we shall look at the next question. This is the probability section. Okay, so in this school, Parkview High School, 60% of the boys are students of the boys. So event 1 is boys and girls. So 60% 0.6, and the girls will be 0.4, because in a branch these two must add up to 1. 60% boys, 40% girls. Okay, of the boys, 80% read the book. So 8 boys read is 80%, 0.8. Do not read is going to be 0.2, because if the readers is 0.8, 80%, the non-readers will be 20%. Okay, 90% of the girls read a book. So girls read a book, 0.9, and did not read is going to be 0.1. Okay, so that's the 3. And now they ask you, what is the probability is the girl and not read? do not read. So it's going to be a girl, and do not read, sorry. So 0.4 times 0.1 is going to be 0.4 times 0.1 is going to be 0.04. Okay, so now the next question. Calculate the probability that the randomly chosen from the school will read a book. So it could be a boy will read or girls will read. So going to be probability of read is going to be 0.6 times 0.8, the boys, and you add the girls, 0.4 times the read, 0.9. Okay, so it's going to be 0.6 times 0.4 is 0.48 plus 0.36. Put your calculator, and the answer is 0.84, and that will give you the first and 2 marks, a total of 3 marks in this question. Okay, great. Now we are looking at expected value. If you do not know, expected value is probability multiplied by number of trials. Okay, in this case, we shall read the probability that Jack scores from a free throw in basketball is 6-7. So that is the probability. If he made 350 attempts this season, how many free throws we expect to score? So it's going to be probability is 6/7, and number of trials is 350. Put in your calculator is 300. So he's going to score 300 free throws in a season. If the answer is a decimal or a fraction, you have to put it as a whole number, because in the expected value, it has to be a whole number. It cannot be a fraction or a decimal. You either round up or round down the answer. Okay, great. Now the last question is the probability tree again. As I said, probability tree is very important. So a bag contains, so the first bag is going to be red or blue. So the second is going to be a red or blue, red or blue again. Okay, so the first ball, when you draw, the chances, the red ball is going to be 3 out of 8, because there are 8 bubbles together. Red is 3, the blue is going to be 5/8. Okay, so now if this is without replacement, means you take it out, you don't put it back. So initially it was 3 red and 5 blue. If the first ball is a red, this becomes a 2. Okay, so now to get the next red, it's going to be 2/7, and to get the next blue is 5/7. Similarly, if the first red is 3 red and 5 blue, if the first ball drawn is a blue, it becomes 4. So now the chances of a red is 3/7, and the blue is 4/7. Okay, great. Now the next question. Now, what is the probability? They're asking you, what is the probability that each color marble is drawn, provided they are drawn one after another without replacement. So it could be probability of red blue or probability of blue red. So you add them up together. So red blue is going to be 38 times 5 7. So 38 times 5 7, and the same thing 58 times for blue red times 3 7. So the answer is going to be 15/56 plus 15/56. Put in your calculator. The answer is going to be 30/56, and that will give you 2 marks in the exam. Hope you get it. So keep practicing, and you should be able to ace this exam if you know your probability tree, as well as your probability tables, as well as some probability concept. Take care and see you soon. Cheers, everyone.